Hello and welcome everybody to Bricks and Toys. Today, I am very excited. I am smiling from ear to ear with my mouth like because because I couldn't ever have really dreamt this in a million years. If you guys want to know why I'm a Lego collector, it's because the things that you would normally dream about that are petty and small are things that Lego actually makes come true. What I mean when I say that is, in August 2023, I came up to you guys and I said, today we're building the McLaren F1 car. And at that particular time, I said two things. I don't know shite about F1, and F1 is currently under construction in Las Vegas, and it's causing traffic nightmares in my city. Now, if you fast forward only 6 months, I am a F1 fanatic. It is like my newest thing. F1 is one of those sports that if you guys don't watch it, watch Drive to Survive. That is like the marijuana gateway drug of F1. Once you watch Drive to Survive, then go in and start watching the regular season, and then on the off time, just watch the F1 YouTube channel. Just watch all of the highlights for the last 70 plus years that they have filmed. You guys will see why F1 is just, it's an amazing sport. I don't know what this cat is doing. I apologize for the butthole on the camera. For a person with a brain like me, I am a A plus B equals C type of thinker. I grew up a big time NASCAR fan. I love NASCAR. But the thing with NASCAR I can never understand is you have a team of 4 drivers that get the same 4 cars, and yet they finish in the field from anywhere in the top 5 to the top 10 to the top 20 to in the back of the pack on a good weekend. Crashes happen, I get it. And it's so inconsistent. NASCAR says, well, the teams do, that they put in all of this work, yet when it comes out onto the track, it's so inconsistent. F1 is a whole nother animal. F1 says the same thing. We have this much work, this much development, and this much into our cars, and what happens with those cars? Their drivers almost consistently always finish 1 and 2 of each other. F1 is 10 teams with 20 drivers. So every team has 2 drivers that just basically drives the same car with a different number. And it's so awesome to see if Max Verstappen wins the Bahrain Grand Prix, who should be behind him? Guess who? Sergio Perez, Checo, right behind him. And that's what's really cool. If the drivers are not 1 and 2, that more falls on the driver than the equipment. Now, there is special circumstances out there, but I'm talking the 70% of the time, the majority of what makes sense. I mean, at the end of the day, racing is unpredictable, but with Formula One, the calculations of what you see and what you hear versus what happens on the track line up 60 to 70% of the time compared to NASCAR, where what you hear versus what hits the track is maybe 20-30% of the time. I just like that so much more with F1. Now, I'm not turning my back on NASCAR. I will always be NASCAR to the end, but F1 is definitely one of my newest obsessions. And my last point about F1 that I wanted to make, because I have to play catch up because I couldn't talk about F1 when I built the McLaren. Now I can. My last biggest point is NASCAR is a dying sport because sponsors are backing out of it. Yet with F1, it's growing faster and faster. And that's the end of conversation about why I love F1 and how I have fallen in love with F1 so much. In 2023, in August, 6 months ago, we built the McLaren. At that particular time, I didn't really understand it. I bought this because I think F1 cars look cool. I've always thought they look cool. I've always thought that they sounded badass. That's why I bought this one. It was on sale for $170. And at that time, I didn't really know anything about it. Now I can tell you that for the set to be released in 2022, it would have to be based off of the 2021. So that would make the drivers of this car either Daniel Ricciardo or Lando Norris. cars in that year, but unfortunately, Lego screwed the pooch with this one, and it's actually based on a concept from McLaren that McLaren gave them on what the 2022 car was going to look like. So this car is an F1 car that's based on a concept. So that's why it doesn't have any loyalties to Ricciardo or Norris. That's why it's just the blue and orange. And that's why when you watch F1 in 21, it doesn't look quite right. And when you watch F1 in 22, it still doesn't look quite right. So what has Lego done differently? Well, let's introduce to you guys the Mercedes-AMG F1 W14 Performance. Now this is awesome. Let's get this out of the way and let's bring that into the forefront. So here we are with the new Technic Mercedes F1 car. 18 and older, as we would expect. Set number 42171, coming in at 1,642 pieces. Now, on this box, it does indicate a scale, 1/8 scale. I don't know how that sizes up with the old version because the old version did not have that designation. Now, I'm going to stop you right there, and I'm going to say there will be two parts to this video. In this video, it's going to be now from here on out all about the Mercedes Technic F1 and no more about the other F1 car from 2022. That will be in another video to where we see the differences. There is so much content in that next video, and I haven't even made it yet. It's still locked up here in the vault. But there's so much to talk about that you're going to not want to miss both of these parts. And that's where I'm going to say, if you like Lego content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, especially if you are into these F1 Lego cars. Because that next video, I have so many points to make. Getting back to this is based on the 2023 Mercedes-AMG W14 Performance. It's a lot. So from here on out, we're just going to call it the W14. The coolest part about this is it's based on the actual car, not a concept. So everything that you see here at one point in time was in the 2023 season, which is just remarkable. This is a race-used livery some way and another. In F1, the liveries do change from race to race. Not a lot, but a little bit. And that is the coolest thing about this set, is that livery is a little bit of a mix of all of them, if not a single one. It's really hard to pinpoint without going with a microscope and watching every single one of them. But the coolest thing is, this is definitely a car that was either driven by Lewis Hamilton or George Russell in the 2023 season. We have some new components. I can't point them all out just yet, and when the set's built, I'll point out the ones that I see. I don't want to talk too much because I want to save a lot of it for the review video. Right off the top, looking at the set, we do have that famous black color. A lot of F1 cars are going with black. It's not really black, it's carbon fiber, or if you want to be fancy, fibre. So that's why the car is a general black color, because of all that carbon fiber. We do see the new elements of the slick wheels with those nice wheel covers. I think that is a really nice look. We do have that nice teal and gray pinstriping down the side. And of course we have all of the things of Petronas and all of the Mercedes logos, AMD on the side. We have our fair share of sponsors with this vehicle. Now let's take a look at the back of the set. And here we can get a picture down here of the actual AMG Mercedes Petronas W14 car right down there next to this car. They look really stunning in Technic versus the real life version. I think it's an awesome interpretation from one to the other. Now on this one, it does look like we're going to have an engine cover versus an exposed engine. So that's really cool. The front looks really nice and complete. When this one is done, we are looking at about 25 inches and about 5 inches tall. So it's going to be very low profile and very long. So now why don't you guys come on in? Let's cut the tape on this sucker and let's see what we have in terms of the build with an unboxing. So we have two pieces of tape on this set, 1 and 2. Cuts it open. I'm actually going to leave that knife off to the side. Let's open her up and let's take a look at the general packaging. I think I see a loose baggie of parts. Yes, I do, right here. The wheels do look like normal wheels, so I will say the flat wheel covers looks like a Technic component that we will be looking at because the wheels are just normal wheels. Now, what else do we have hanging out up front? I don't see anything, so let's do our pour. Oh, I'm expecting a lot. This is, oh, I didn't say this. This is our biggest build so far this year. We're in the middle of March now, and I'm finally building something over 1,000 pieces. And I couldn't think of a better set to do it with. Okay, so here is our mess. We have our tires. Here are those new nice slick tires. Ooh, they feel good. Oh, wow, I like the way those feel. I could just rub those for like a stimming thing. That feels really nice. I like those tires. I'm going to say 13 bags. I'm going to go with 13, everybody. Now let's count our bags. Oh, look at this. Oh, there's our fourth wheel or tire. So there are the new wheel covers right there in the bag. Just chilling. And that's a bag 12. We do have another bag of loose components right here. Looks like we have another one of the rear pieces that was used in the McLaren. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I think I said 13 bags, it's 12 bags. Now let's open up our books and let's get a look at our books. And I knew I was gonna have more tape. So we're gonna have 1, 2 slices of tape. Now we can put our knife away. I am expecting one hell of a sticker sheet with this. I see something. What is in here? Oh, damn, son. Okay, so that's all of that. And look at that sticker sheet. Holy shnikes. The car is built, and now I am super excited to show you this car. Again, we're not going to talk about the McLaren all that much. It's going to be hard because it's like having a bad girlfriend and you just got an upgraded girlfriend. Let's get into this review. So here we have the very sleek, very large, and very nice Mercedes W14 with a whole bunch of other jargon, Patronus, E-Performance, whatever you want to call it. It's the 2023 Mercedes F1 car. And when we talk about the Mercedes F1 car 2023, I think we should note one thing. This car is not driver numbered, nor is it liveried in a particular scheme. In fact, in the instruction booklet, there was discussion in the instructions on where they decided to go with other livery elements throughout other F1 seasons. It's not an exact race car. It's not an exact driver. The general car itself is an exact year. The livery, though, is give and take throughout a few years. There's going to be some indiscretions on the livery of the car. Let's just not worry about the livery, and let's just go over all of the amazing details. Again, we're not going to compare it to the McLaren. That will be a separate video after I do this second episode of the Speed Champions cars, because we're not just going to talk about this car versus the McLaren. We're going to talk about the other 2022 Mercedes versus the 2023 McLaren Speed Champions on that episode as well. A lot has changed with Lego in 2 years. There's a lot to talk about. So let's go in and let's just start with the very front of the car. Let me turn it around here and show you guys. So we have a lot of livery in the front. We have a nice finished off nose cone using system bricks right here in the front. I hope a lot of the details show through because this car is black, 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 and guess what? More black, and with another little extra touch of black with a pinch of red. And that's because these cars are made with mostly carbon fiber. Starting off with the spoiler, we do have a sticker of a sponsor there and on the inside. That is true to both halves of the front spoiler. Coming through the front spoiler, we have 3 different tiers, all nicely layered. I love how the Technic bricks really do a good job on making that front air. We have sticker, sticker, and sticker, so full stickers on the front of this car. It looks incredible with the stickers. It really shows how the components and everything and the hardware connects these pieces if it was the real car. Coming up the nose of the car, we have more stickers with more sponsors with that Mercedes logo. That is really nice. Here we have the fender of the front wheels, and I think this is a Snapdragon sponsor logo on these fender covers. Coming up the front here, we do have a really interesting scoopage. I'm not sure if I like this. I feel like it needs to be more lower in the center. You know, that's a minor detail. And we have more stickers. Coming through the side of the car, we have more stickers down here of the teal and silver that come up through here. Not sure how much that's popping out around the wheel, with another sticker of a sponsor down there. Here we have the AMG logo, and then we come into the side of the car where you guys can really start seeing all of that nice profiling. Look at the nice polish work on this right here, the nice sideboards here, that nice swooping element all the way through to the back on the sides, that venting that they captured just right, the Patronus on that swoop element. We had the team viewer with the Mercedes logo and an AMD sponsor right there. Of the tri-stars on the engine cover, tilting it completely sideways, we can see into the interior. We have the seat right here with the team viewer logo. Then we do have a working steering wheel with a knob to control the front wheels on this one. Steering wheel does have a couple more stickers. I will get to that in a minute. Turning the car all the way around. Now you can get a look at that back half. This spoiler does kind of have like an active arrow, which is kind of cool if they left that loose to where you can make your own active arrow in your imagination. Patronus, like on the sides of the car. More sticker elements showing some of that livery. There's more right here on the front. I'll show you that later. Here we have the one exhaust port. We have a sponsor of Patronus right here on the inside of the spoiler on the rear. We have more sponsorships on the lower spoiler. I love that nice brake light on that side. Then coming over here, it's going to be the same thing as I showed you. Over there, we do have sticker elements making the nice mirrors. And now I didn't mention, when I come all the way around, we do have a nice red air intake right there above the driver. And then this halo just looks beautiful with a Mercedes logo right there at the very top of it. One really cool thing to note with this is going to be the slick tires. The slick tires are new for these type of vehicles, and they are so soft, they're so subtle, and they are very, very nice. The detail on these is incredible. The wheel itself is a larger diameter, so the tire is a lower profile, and that really helps the look of the vehicle. The engine cover comes off just like that, exposing the rear engine, and when you turn the cylinders do move, which is really cool. Now let's bring you guys in off of that tripod, and let's just show you guys really up close all of the detail. So here's another good look at that front spoiler, and that polished nose. And those wheels with that printed little element for the center nut. That AMG on the side with that swooping all the way through right here. That comes all the way down the back. Really nice detail. Snapdragon right there, another sponsor. Look at that back. Bring you guys around for that wing. Over the engine cover. Enter the interior details right there. You can start seeing the stickers on the steering wheel. Really nice. 1/8 scale this model is. And then in the midst of all that black is a bunch of components, System and Technic making the seat. Then we come down the front there. There is a nice System Lego component right there, making the, I think it's the antenna for the radio communications, and sticker elements for the mirror. One really cool thing with this car, you can pick it up by its taillight. We'll talk why it's cool to pick it up by its taillight in another video. So now we're back over here on this side, showing you guys the detail. I'm going to go a little bit quicker on this one because it's just a parallel of the other side. Get a look at that duct right there, the air duct. And then that active spoiler again, that is really cool. And the detail that went into that with all those stickers. Now let's bring you into this engine cover so you guys can look at this engine. Clear elements used to make the 6-cylinder turbocharged block. As you can see, they are moving, which is really cool. The engine cover is just a bunch of Technic components, and it is made to be where it can flex to give that droop down. Suspension on the car is very, very well done. It does not easily bottom out like other ones that shall not be named right now. That will be the other video. So as you guys can see, that car it's amazing. It is really black. At least they used a lot of stickers to make the livery, you know, with the teal and the silver to kind of break it up a little bit. I honestly think the black looks really sexy and smooth. And with this being the newest generation of this type of F1 1/8 Technic build with all these new components that makes all these cool swoops and stuff, it's really sad to see the black drown it out that much. But that's all I'm going to say for right now, because now we need to come out and wrap up the video where we're going to share more thoughts like that. For this wrap up, I'm going to make it pretty quick because this is a very big build. And with it being a very big build, there was lots to review and lots to talk about. So I don't want to keep you guys on the line any longer. And I want to go over the thought about the stickers. With the stickers, there was 2 whole sheets of stickers. I cannot believe myself that I have gone through all of these stickers and put them onto the car. And on top of that, I actually put them onto the car to where they look really freaking straight. What the biggest fear that I have about stickers, because this is a big talking point about this, is the stickers. There's a lot of livery on this car. The biggest fear about stickers is getting them straight. If you have a large amount of stickers and you cannot get stickers worth of straight, it's going to bring your build down drastically. The good thing about this car, I was able to get them on 98%. I give myself a 8 out of 10. The only ones that were really hard to get right, and that's because if you look at the sticker sheets, you will see the middle of the letter left behind on that bottom one where it says Patronus. So a chunk of the O is left behind. So when you put Patronus here on the sides, on that side, and on the back of the wing, a section of that O is left off. And what I tried to do is actually space it tighter together and to get it even, so it's an even sticker. I did okay. Overall, it doesn't look right, and that's my biggest gripe with the stickers. One last and really good thing about the stickers, they are mostly 90% all mega huge stickers. And with that, it just makes it so much easier to line those up and put those on correctly, so you have a lot of working space. What else do I have left to really talk about with this car that's towards the negative sense? And that is, maybe they should have put a driver number on the car. 2024 is Lewis Hamilton's last year with Mercedes. Maybe they should have put a 44 on the car for him. They did it with the Speed Champions 2 years ago. Maybe they should have did that as kind of a farewell to Lewis Hamilton. He did get 6 championships with Mercedes. He got 1 with McLaren before that. But it would have been really cool to kind of see that as a send-off. And in terms of the overall build of this car, I do not know what parts are all new to Technic, but a lot of these parts look foreign to me, and I'm not used to seeing these. So I really think between the new parts and the soft tires, that is why this car is so well detailed. So the price of this car is $220 US. And I really do think for around 1,400 pieces that is an incredible value. If you have the other vehicle, the McLaren from 2022, the $220 for this set is a definite no-brainer. You need to have it in your collection. I cannot wait for you guys to see the video that I'm about to make comparing these two, because them side by side, it looks amazing, but it also makes the other one look quite different. And like I said, I'm going to talk about that later. So you won't get my full opinion about them compared right now. $220, it's incredible, it's awesome, it's a build that has left me completely speechless. That brings us to the end of the video. At this point in the video, I just want to tell you guys, if you guys want to support the channel, there's 2 ways to do it. The first way is to hit the thanks button right below the screen. When you do that, you can leave a donation. Every bit of donations goes into supporting the Lego all around me, getting new Lego sets every month like the one I have next to me. If that's not your jam, you guys can always just subscribe to the videos and follow along with everything that we're doing here on the channel. Reviews, store haul, vlogs, mocks, city, all types of cool stuff, everything Lego, and then some actually, because there is toys at the end of Bricks and Toys in the name. We do primarily Lego though, because that's what you all like. Other things you guys can do is share this video with your friends and like and comment on the video. And I really want to hear you guys' comments about this, especially if you're F1 fans. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys have the McLaren as well? Have you compared the two together? Write down below and let me know what you think. And with that one, I just want to say, up next on the channel, we're going to be doing the second part and the rest of the Speed Champions of the March wave of 2024. So you guys might not want to miss that. Thank you all for watching. You all have a good one.